3, 2, 1. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the live stream. This is a continuation of day 3, not necessarily part 3. And we're going to be picking up where we left off. However, I did do some farming during the week because I didn't want to stream that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing up to the point where the farming needs to take place. And then since I've already done the farming, I will load that save and then just continue on just to cut out the time that it takes to do so. So let's see, we're picking up. Right inside the entrance of the mountain. Give me 1 second here. Now, I did make a few changes to the stream. It seems really dark in here. Let me check something real quick. I don't know if it's my eyes or what, but it just seems really dark. Okay, it seems fine. So I made a few changes to the stream. I was able to, I believe, fix the audio levels because as in my previous playthroughs or previous parts, the volume was still a bit low. I was able to fix that in post, so the uploads should be ready in a day or two, and all the audio should be balanced a bit better. And but I've also balanced it better on the stream so that the game volume is in sync with as far as the output level with the mic, because the first 2 days were a little bit low. The game volume was just like really low. So so I fixed that. I've also noticed something that Twitch has done, and I don't know when they did it, but I used to stream at 720p, and when I did, I would set my bitrate to either 6 megabits or 6500 kilobits per second or 6000. And I would get that, and I would get a very clean looking 720p 60 stream. But then I decided to up it to 1080p. And for most of my games that weren't too heavy on textures or whatever, I could play that and the game looked pretty good, or the stream looked pretty good without too much artifacting. However, I was noticing, quite a bit of artifacting at 1080p in God of War. And my internet's fine, so that's good. But I was thinking, well, maybe I should just lower it to 720p. Well, somewhere along the line, Twitch decided to, like, if you set your bitrate at 6500, which is where mine is set, and you're uploading at 720p, it doesn't upload it at 6500. It uploads at like 3500, or either 3K or 3500. So I don't know if that's because I have transcoding, because at the time when I did that, I didn't have transcoding. I don't know what the case is. So I remember there was another resolution option of 900p. So I looked into that, and I was actually going to stream in that a while back, but then I got my affiliate, so I was able to do 1080p 60, so I didn't bother with it. However, I did research and learned that due to the encoder and the division of the pixels and everything, that it's actually better to do it at 864p. So I tested it. I did that, I think on Wednesday or something like that. And it looks very clean. Like, it's basically like what I was getting before with 720p, just a little bit higher resolution, but I'm getting the full bandwidth. So it's like, it looks better than 1080p. So I was pretty happy about that. There was a patch And it looks like what they did in the patch is they added PlayStation controls. So that was pretty cool, or at least the button prompts. So pretty happy about that. So audio's fixed, resolution should be fixed. I did forget when I started this playthrough to enable the HDR filters because I am playing in HDR. However, when I looked at the recordings, they look perfect. Like, so I didn't bother enabling the filter for the stream. It looks perfectly fine. Some games require like a filter. Like for example, if I do Sekiro in HDR, I have to enable the filter for it to look correct.
The floor boy.
That doesn't mean anything. Something's missing. Think there's a second light crystal around here?
Enemies ahead.
Oh, and I did change my button config again, so I'm probably going to die a lot. Wow, I didn't even, I'm not going to use my redstone because I might need it. Oh, and I fixed my super fist punch, so it should be a little bit easier to use. Basically, I had to change up the button config a little bit to where it was not conflicting so much. And, you know, quick disarm and recall. Let me take care of these fools first.
Prepare yourself.
Shit. God damn it.
Hang on.
I don't want to use my redstone because I might need it later as we progress through. I know I got my runic attacks, probably wondering why aren't you using runic attacks? I'm actually trying to get more, to practice more using just regular attacks and not rely as much on runic attacks. Doesn't mean I'm not going to use them, but I've noticed in the more difficult fights, especially like with Valkyries and whatnot, you don't really, like the runic attacks are very difficult to pull off because they take so long and there are no iframes, so you are going to take damage. Personally, I don't think that was a very good design choice. I don't think that if you're using a runic attack, you should get iframes, but I'm also trying to learn to sidestep a bit more and not rely as much on dodging. So that's going to change things up quite a bit. I mean, obviously it takes longer to fight enemies that way, but the more repetition I learn regular attacks, the better I can start chaining combos. And in my opinion, I think that's going to be a little bit more fun and more rewarding, even though it's more difficult. I used to play a game, not that it's like old, everybody knows Mortal Kombat, but when Mortal Kombat went to Mortal Kombat version 3, meaning Mortal Kombat 3, the design team developed this combo system where you could literally chain multiple attacks and just keep going. Killer Instinct was real popular with that. I wasn't a Killer Instinct fan, but I am familiar with it. One of my friends was like really into it. But God of War is very similar. It's a lot more challenging to play that way, though.
This place must have been important to the giants. It's like they're testing us. Okay, that was right.
The floor boy.
It doesn't mean anything. Something's missing. Runes! I can read it now.
The runes. A riddle answer for that sand bowl?
It means freedom. Let's try it.
What is the riddle?
No yoked beast, nor fearful thrall, nor rooted tree doth know my call. Not sure what a thrall is, but freedom fits the rest.
So I guess I should talk a little bit about my controls before we go forward. I should have done that before I started. So in the game, you have dodge roll, and dodge roll, you know, is you kind of have to like either hold or double tap and then press to the left or the right or forward or back, and that's the way I used to play, and still do to a certain extent. However, there is another option. I was kind of aware of it, but didn't really know how it worked. And because dodge rolling was working for me, I didn't bother learning it. There's a thing known as Sidestep. And you can just, you know, lightly tap. And if you are locked on, even if you're not locked on, it allows you to, you know, it's a much shorter animation. It also is a shorter distance that it puts you from your target, so you can continue combos. So if you're doing if you're doing an attack and you know that a boss or whatever or an enemy is going to be able to break through your chain, you can sidestep instead of dodge rolling and then continue your combo. If you're dodge rolling, you can't do that because you're going to be too far away. It takes longer. It's just not the most optimal. And learning to do that's another thing. So I'm going to be dying a lot more because I'm trying to learn different ways to play. Because if I play my original play style, I'll get through it. I'll still die, but nowhere near as much. But it'll be more painful going through it, but in the end, I'll be better at the game, which will make me, it'll be more rewarding too. It's just the payoff of learning it is going to take some time. Another thing is the God Fist. So there's
Pretty sure the way to mount is inside.
So this is regular agile strike. This is normal speed agile strike. And this is pretty normal. Most people know how to do this move. They don't generally know how to chain it like this. And I learned this from Gamebreaker God. He's a YouTuber and probably one of the best God of War players I've ever seen. And so there's that. And that one's pretty good and very usable. And then there's what he calls, I think, Super God Fist, which is this one. It is even faster than the regular one. And you can actually use it to kind of teleport around, to get around enemies even more so. Or to even teleport to them. So if you want to close distance on an enemy, this is a way to do it. I think that's pretty much it as far as like differences. There might be something else I might be missing, but those two things, the sidestep and the super God Fist, are pretty big game changers, but they do take some, there is a learning curve to them.
There's a crystal in that torch holder. Should I light it? That helps, right? Guess we have to go down and go up.
Oh, one other thing. Once I get done doing once I get to the troll, the frost troll, and I kill him and I reload my save, I'm gonna have to go back because I forgot to get some mats from the treasures that I missed. I already have the maps and everything. I just forgot to pick them up. I could go get them now, but because I didn't save that on the farm, it would be pointless.
I'm always serious.
I forget. Mom always said you never took an interest in history. Giants are just a race. Isn't it big?
What of the world serpent?
Okay, in that case, giant also means big. But there's only one of them.
Most of this stuff doesn't matter, but because I already got it on the other one. So we just got a solid steel. That's what I had to farm. And the reason I had to farm is because there's an armor set that I'm going to be buying and crafting later. And if I don't farm it, I won't have enough to craft it and upgrade it. On a normal game or even challenge mode, none of that would really be necessary. You could practically play the game and use whatever armor you have. But on Gimme God of War mode, because the game is a lot more difficult, upgrades are kind of essential. I would say the only time they're not is if you're like played the game many times through, you know it in and out, and you're trying to do the kind of like the SL1 runs from like, how people do like Souls games, SL1 runs. They know the game inside and out, so it's no longer really a challenge. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. I don't think I will, because I tend to, get burned out on games, and I don't want to burn myself out on the game to the point where I don't want to ever play it again. Oh, these things fucking suck. Oh shit, I just knocked her the fuck off. I didn't even know you could do that. That's hilarious. Oh my god. I think I had it right the first time. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be B and then R. That's not actually what it is. I need to... There we go. Fuck, I forgot what... Damn. Move that button. Let me check to see what button that is. Oh, okay, I see. The problem when remapping buttons, as I've done, is you have to like recommit them to muscle memory, and obviously muscle memory is like where you're able to execute an action without thinking about it, and you have to like, and I'm sitting here thinking, what button is it? So yeah. Atreus, let him come down here. Oh, great. They got it that time. Yeah, I noticed. See, that's why I don't like runic attacks, because like if you go into a runic attack, you don't get any iframes, so it's kind of like you have to make sure your enemy's like either stunned or busy or something or whatever. I've died more times fighting Valkyries trying to get runic attacks to work, and they're just not reliable. I'm not saying you can't use them at all. You can, but I mean, it's a big risk because you leave yourself open. I'm not gonna res. have sworn I heard something. Like an Eye of Odin or something. Like if I go Runic text on these, it goes pretty fast. Might even just do a... Fuck, I hit the wrong button again.
Father!
Didn't want to do that. Got some iframes there. Ooh. Yeah, no shit. Oh, that fucker snuck in there. He's all, let me get through you guys. I'll take him out for you. Wow.
I'm coming to you.
Like, not using runic attacks does take a lot more fucking effort. Jesus fucking Christ.
Coming!
Okay, I'm gonna take out a couple with some runic attacks. I just don't think I'm ready for that just yet. Not if I want to get through this in a timely fashion, other than be here all fucking night. that one fucking dead or not? Okay, it's dead. This is what I was trying to get to, but trying to fuck. So I just kept sidestepping, but I was able to keep in combat. It's not so bad doing one enemy, but when you're trying to do multiple, that's pretty fucking challenging. I did miss a sidestep there, though. Whoa. I'm fucked. Yep, I knew I was fucked.
On my way!
Oh, nice, he turned. All right. Whoa, there's more? Whoa. Where's that other motherfucker at? Where's the Hulk at? Oh, there he is. Motherfucker.
Hold up!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Get off! Is he turned? Okay, he's not turned.
I'm ready.
Should be one more. What happened to the other one? There were supposed to be 3 because I remember a third one spawned.
How'd you know that was there?
I have to do that puzzle again. Apparently it resets when you die. Fuck was that? I know there's more, another pack, but I don't think it's supposed to spawn just yet. Oh, wait a minute.
Boy, another light crystal.
I had to do all this when I did the farm, so sometimes I think I've already done it because of that. The next farm isn't till, like, I believe way late in the game.
Dead.
I was gonna say ancient, but that works too.
I think it's hard steel. But yeah, that's much later in the game, so didn't have to do any farming until then, hopefully. Like, I don't really have an issue farming. It's when you have to farm for like hours and hours and shit. That's where I don't, like, if I want to do that, I'll go play an MMO. I think the farm that I had to do for this took me about an hour, maybe a little more, maybe an hour and a half. I want to get them grouped up because I'm going to just take them out with Runics just to speed things up. I don't know why that other one's just hanging back there. I'm dead. Maybe not.
Looks like we got him all.
Boy, over here.
Sir. This is good to know.
Oh, there he is.
Ready up, boy.
I knew there was another one. Okay, I think that's everything. I think we can continue on.
Father, you're really hurt.
Oh shit. So these didn't spawn earlier. These are the ones that I was thinking of. Maybe what I'll do is if they've turned, I'll use Runics. And if they're normal, then I'll just use regular attacks.
This is a lot of bodies.
Tell me what you see.
Well, they look like men, not giants.
Correct. Thieves seeking treasure. See the traps?
Oh yeah. Lucky for us, they set them all off.
Be grateful these stay dead.
A statue! We made it across!
What does it say?
Oh, this is Durathror, one of the 4 stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Jotunheim while the giants sleep. Think he's still there?
I do not know. Look here.
Yes, sir. I've seen this language before. Why would someone hide a library?
Probably gonna die here.
You don't look too good! They're kind of scary sometimes.
Don't. Yeah, don't think we can do that one just yet. Oh shit.
Hold on!
Can you read it?
Yes, sir. Oh, this is Durathror, one of the 4 stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Jotunheim while the giants sleep. Is he still there?
I do not know.
Oh shit, there's 3.
Peak is still our goal. We find a way up.
Wow. The highest peak in the realms. Think Mom knew this was the Giant's Mountain?
No, the request has been more complicated than she could have foreseen.
It's a name, I think. Braslayer. It means terror. What's that? Weird. There's a candle all tangled up with string and some sort of animal hide. Some kind of lantern? No wick, though.
That is of no use to us. The Bifrost lights our way.
Hey, what do you think lit these torches?
Eyes open.
There is some stuff I'm gonna have to like redo when I do my load because I forgot to do this part right here. Well, actually I didn't forget. I was just trying to get to the part of the farm, but then I realized I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that. So.
Hello!
Stop that.
Come on, I was just... Okay. Whoa. What is all this? Where are we?
A mine. And if this claw reaches the summit, our goal is near.
Alright, how do we use it?
I think I need to trigger this before the enemies will spawn.
I think I see how this works. The claw's on one side, and if we get this unstuck... Oh no! I think the rope's stuck under that rock.
That was careless.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Stop. But maybe we can find our way up through there. After, you know, getting rid of those things. Look at that
Trying to take out that ranger if I can. I think there's more than one. Yeah, there's two. God damn it.
Father!
I don't know if I was at full health on that anyways, but... I generally try to prioritize the ranger attacks first, just because, well, they can range attack you. Alright. Alright. Let me get out of here. Alright, Rangers are down. Goodbye. Circle around over here. God damn it. That fucking...
Almost there. Only two left. Father, get out of it! I'm set.
Whoa! No! I thought this fucker was already turned. Whoa!
Well, that's not going anywhere.
We need to free the rope from under the mess you created up there, boy.
Maybe there's no way to that fast.
We will see.
Yeah, let's go talk to Brock.
All right, what'd you break? I see. Just wanted to stare into my eyes.
You had a way around the Black Breath all along.
Now don't go thinking I could have gotten you past it, you big sack of meat. I got ways around most everything, especially up here. Time was, my folk had the run of this joint. Improved the design of the Jotnar traps and built workarounds to boot. Why you think they're so devious? Oh, that reminds me. Watch out for traps.
Oh shit. I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Wow. How big is this place?
It is a mountain. Big. More traps.
There's a tunnel, but you won't fit.
Take it.
Okay.
Awesome.
You okay?
Of course.
There's another pack of enemies here, and I don't have any fucking health, so. I wonder if I can. Let's try this. Yeah. So this is what I didn't like before is like you don't get full health whenever you do like a reset. You have to actually die. So actually, let me see if I can just die from these things. Yeah, let's do that. Like, I understand they give us the gems or whatever to pick up to heal. But considering that those gems literally give you jack shit for healing, I still think some sort of out of combat health regen would have been a better solution.
Of course.
Damn it. All right. Motherfucker.
Hang on!
So if they put the buff up to emulate and you're near them, they do retarded damage. Like that.
I think you got him.
A tough fight.
There's supposed to be a bunch of loot right here. There used to be like this,
What happened to him?
I don't know what you call it.
Well, yeah.
It's like this little lizard thing, and I've seen a couple of them in the game. This was way back in the original launch. And it was kind of like one of those things that you had like rushed, almost like the little lizards in Dark Souls. Except in Dark Souls, they're throughout the entire game. But in this, there's only like a couple. But if you kill them, they drop some like special loot. Now I did get it on the save that I'm going to be loading, but I don't know why it's not here. But the loot that it drops is kind of like usually like it's some sort of enchant or, you know, some kind of rare items or whatever. come back and check, but it should have been there. The only thing I can think of is maybe it's not there because it's kind of like a one-time thing on a first playthrough or something.
Think you can move it? Looks kind of heavy.
I'll have to look it up.
It.
It moved! And we're stuck. The cart's still attached to
I
the...
see that.
Let's go! That's it! Maybe there's a way through that big hole up there?
We're gonna have to kill these things first. I'm just gonna run and attack these motherfuckers.
Coming! On my way!
Okay, he fell through. So there is an Eye of Odin back at the beginning where we came in, where the witch was, because I heard it. Don't know where it was at though.
Look at all this old stuff.
If it is not useful, leave it alone.
I know. they be for? There's something special about them. I can feel it. It's working! I think it's up ahead.
I'll upgrade that later. No point in doing it now, and I'm gonna have to do it when I reload my save.
That looks heavy. No way. You did it! I bet we can make the rope wheel work now. Might give us the way to the top.
Okay, just to give a demonstration of how this works, I guess I can go ahead and pop that. When you get to this point of the game right here, you've thrown the rock over and you haven't gone down. Let me just fucking pull up the annotations real quick. One second. I forgot to set this. Okay, so the troll is going to come up. There's this arc here. It's like a pit. He's going to come up right there. It's a little dark, kind of hard to see. And as soon as he's about 3/4 of the way up, I recommend, pop Atreus's wolves and pop your first runic attack. I like to do, let me pull up my I'll do either Nord's Tempest. It doesn't matter which order. I'll do like Nord's Tempest, and then after I pop that, then I'll pop Frost Giant's Frenzy. Even though it's a frost troll, it's still very susceptible to frost damage. And then after that, I pop my Talisman, and then I get to pop those runic attacks another cycle. And then after that's done, then I go into rage mode and I just, attack with fist attacks. Now, because I'm kind of lower level still, I probably won't have enough to kill him, but it'll get him down really, really low. And then I'll finish him off. After you kill him, you don't want to focus any of the ads. Leave the ads alone. Just run away from him, whatever. After you kill him, I wouldn't recommend trying to loot right away unless you have enough rage where you're going to be able to loot it while you're in rage mode, because you're pretty much invulnerable. So if you are out of rage, run away, get the ads away from the loot, circle around, loot which are after the solid steel. After that, you could either die or go into your menu and just hit restart from checkpoint, and it'll restart you. Well, we can do that now. It'll restart you from that exact point. And what it'll allow you to do is you can sit there and continue to farm the solid steel. Now, let's see, we're at 5 right now. So oh, and one other thing, the first time you kill him, you're gonna get a the frozen it's not frozen tear, I think it's frozen flame, I think. I forget the exact name. And it is the upgrade for your axe. So obviously you want to pick that up, and then when you reload your checkpoint, you'll still have that item. And instead of continuing to farm, what I recommend is run over here, and I might go ahead and just do this just for demonstration purposes. After you die and you reset the checkpoint, run over here and jump off this ledge, and then run around over there into there's a cave entrance to get back to Brock, and then you can upgrade your axe. And the reason why you want to do that, and then also upgrade any gear that you can, and the reason why you want to do that is it will give you obviously more damage output and allow you to kill the troll faster. And if you can get it to where the troll, or you can kill the troll without having to run around and finish them off like I'm gonna have to do in the first attempt, even better, and the farming goes much faster. But I'll go ahead and do the first one. I may die, just because I'm really my gear is pretty low right here, so. I mean, it's not like real bad or anything, but it's definitely not the best.
Ready yourself, boy.
So we're gonna pop wolves. And we're gonna. And after, oh, okay, we're gonna get it. Oh shit. I moved my rage button. Okay, it looks like we might actually get it here. Okay, so we got it on the first try. Sometimes, depending on where you're at with your gear, you might not have enough damage to kill him. So we still have plenty of rage, I think, so we can probably go ahead and loot. Okay, so this is the frozen flame. This is what you get, and you only get one of these, and this is for your axe upgrade. Now, just a fair warning, there is an achievement for this. In my opinion, if you're going for achievements, I would just recommend doing that on story mode, just to make things faster and simpler, because when you do this farm, you'll pick up the frozen flame, but you're not going to get the credit when you reload your checkpoint, because it I don't know, I think it's a bug in the way they did the game, because I actually was doing research on that. I mean, I'm not really worried about achievements. I don't really give a shit about that, but some people do care. And I mean, the only thing you get out of it is obviously if you want to do the 100%, sure, but the only thing you really get like in game by getting, doing it, is you get hack silver, and you're going to get plenty of hack silver. So if you just want the achievement, like I said, I recommend just doing story mode, or if you want to do normal mode. Give Me God of War mode is probably not advisable to do for like achievements, unless you're crazy or something, and then that's fine. So you'll get this, you'll reload, and it won't actually credit in your, I'll show you in the codec in a minute here. And then you'll get the runic attack. Okay, so we got everything. We got a solid steel, and every time you kill him, you get 2 solid steel. Now I'm gonna die here. Actually, we can just reload our save. Let me show you the. So So we started with 5, now we have 7. And now we're going to reload the save. And everything we just looted, we keep. And now... So we got our solid steel still. No pun intended. We got our frozen flame, and then of course we got our new runic attack. Now, I recommend after you kill him the first time, if you're going to farm solid steel, don't drop down right here. You're still going to trigger the boss or the mini boss, the troll, to spawn with the ads. Drop down over here. And then head over to the cave where Brock is. And the reason why you want to do that is, if you notice, I have an X here.
What's it gonna be this time?
If I would have dropped down where the chain was, you'll stay in combat and you won't be able to engage with Brock. And I recommend doing this because now you can take and get your upgrade.
Letting that spit fister of a brother of mine leave.
And that will also give you more damage output to inflict on the troll to make the farming faster. And then of course you can go through and, you know, if there's anything else that you want to upgrade or whatever, you can go ahead and do that. And you might not have very much solid steel at the time. That's the whole point of the farm. But if you have some, go ahead and pick something to upgrade. Go ahead and upgrade it. And then once you're done, instead of going back and trying to get back to the boss, just reload your save. Actually, I'll show you here. Okay, so I'm just going to reload my checkpoint.
What else were we talking about?
Before I do, let me just... So you see that the Leviathan axe is level 4. It'll still remain level 4 even after restarting the checkpoint. But it's going to put us back on top. And now we can continue the farm. And we still have all our upgrades. And we still have our solid steel. And the reason why I recommend this is probably not necessary if you're doing like normal mode or challenge mode, which would be hard mode. But on Give Me God of War, again, unless you're like pro at the fucking game and you don't really need to worry about this and you already know exactly what gear and all that, I mean, that's going to take many playthroughs. But if it's like, you know, your first time doing Give Me God of War, or even second or even third, it's advisable to farm the solid steels, because solid steel, especially in the beginning like this, and this is a really easy farm. It's very fucking easy. It's used for a lot of upgrades because you're going to need it to purchase Atreus's tunics. You're going to need it to upgrade Atreus or Kratos' armor and a few other items or whatever. And then the next big upgrade won't be until later, until you get hardened steel or whatever. But that's going to be much later. One thing though that I wish I had farmed a little bit more was the gold. I might run into trouble with that later. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and load the save that I have that's already got all the farming done. I think this is the one. I'll have to double check. And then, of course, it'll put me back where I was. Okay. So I've already done my farming with this. I've got 65 solid steels. And I just stopped there. It's probably a little more than what I need. But because of the gear that I'm going to be crafting later, there's a Dwarven Runic armor set that I want to craft. And that's going to take 30 of those. So that means I only got 35 to work with. I'm going to be getting some along the way as well. But if you decide, oh, you know what, I want to upgrade or craft another piece of gear, you know, maybe you change your mind, or maybe you want to mix and match, because mixing and matching is also good. You'll have a little bit of a buffer there. But if you're playing the game and you don't do any farming at all, you're not going to have enough mats to upgrade anything more than maybe one set of gear. And which is fine, again, if you're not on Gimme God of War. Because in my opinion, normal mode and challenge mode, there's not a huge difference in the difficulty between the two. It's a very minimal difference in my opinion, because my first playthrough was normal mode, and then I started another run after that, after I completed the game, and I actually started on challenge mode. And when I started it, I got through pretty much to the end of the game. I beat Baldur, and I didn't really notice like a huge difference in the difficulty. And my ego got the best of me, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go with Gimme God of War. And when I went to Gimme God of War, holy shit, it's a completely different game. Like, that is the true hard mode. And that, for me, you know, I don't particularly consider myself a great gamer. Upgrading gear and making sure you have the appropriate gear, I would say, is essential. I would say the only time it's not is if you know the game so damn well and you're pro at it, then you can start doing challenge modes where maybe you're doing like a no upgrade run or some shit like that. But that, even for a player like that, it's going to take many playthroughs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my skills, because once you've upgraded your axe to level 4, you also unlock the skill tree for more upgrades. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And I want to talk about these two skills here. Now, this particular I'm trying to think about how to explain this. Okay, so I don't like to upgrade to this particular ability. I won't be using it. This is a light attack, and the reason why is because if I go with this particular ability, it will negate me being able to do a instant range attack of a light hand and a recall. So let me go into. So I've got it set up where if I hit light attack and recall, I have it on one button. So I can hit it once, it fires off the light attack. If I hit it again, it recalls. And I can sit there and I can just spam it, and it's very fast, very efficient. However, if I were to go and upgrade this, it will break that. And this particular ability is not really all that great because it's a light attack. It doesn't really, I mean, for some people it might be something to try out, but the way I've got my range attack set up, it's actually more effective than using that. However, when it comes to the heavy attack, that's a different story. The heavy attack is well worth it, and we will be upgrading for that. In fact, what's really cool about the heavy attack is you can fire off a light attack and use the heavy attack to recall. So that's really fucking cool. And then I may upgrade this. I'm thinking about doing that. But I'm not sure yet. And this is another one that I don't really like to upgrade, because if you're running, depending on how you do your run, if you stop, then you can go into a regular attack. But this is pretty weak, and I find it to be more of a hindrance to combos than anything, so I don't upgrade that. This one I'm probably going to upgrade, but I'm going to wait. I might do it later, and the rest of these here I'll go ahead and upgrade. Trying to decide if I want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do both of these. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it, and we'll do the other one too. We'll go ahead and grab that. Now, for anybody wondering, like, how the hell do I have so much XP? How the hell do I have so much hack silver? There is I don't know if it's a bug. I think it is. I'm not sure. But there's an option in the game at the very beginning of the game where if you parry up to 99 times, you can sit there and repeat that quest, and it just will continuously give you XP to however long you want to do it. And I just maxed out the XP to the max amount, and same thing with the hack silver. And basically, and then I saved it. So now anytime I want to do a fresh run of Gimme God of War, I've got plenty of XP, plenty of hack silver. And I do that because, in my opinion, when you first start Gimme God of War, I strongly feel that the game is very imbalanced in the beginning. There's just so much damage coming in, and you don't really have any utility, and you have literally no damage output. So it makes it, I wouldn't say impossible, because I've played my first playthrough of Gimme God of War. I didn't do that at all. I played, without doing any XP or any hack silver. It was awful. Like, I did not enjoy it at all. But the funny thing is once you get to maybe like I said before, the Alfheim area, after you go and talk to Freya, or Freya, takes you over there, that's when you get to the point of the game where things start to seem more balanced, and you start getting more runic attacks, and you're not dying over and over again, like for long periods of time. Again, that's like, first and second playthrough. There may come a time where, maybe I've done a couple more playthroughs. I don't know if I'll do that, and I won't even have to bother with this. But the thing is, and what people may misunderstand about it is, you can have all the XP you want, and the XP and hack silver that, you want at the beginning of the game, but you can't just go and unlock every ability, and just be like God mode at the beginning. That's not how this works. In case anybody's like thinking, oh, you're just cheating. Because the way it works is the way they design the game is all the abilities are behind a level wall. So, and your level is based on your gear and your Leviathan axe. So you could have all the XP in the world and hack silver. It doesn't really matter. You're only going to be able to unlock the first few, the first level 1 abilities. All it allows you to do is, instead of only being able to pick one ability, you can pick multiple abilities. So that's kind of how that works. So it's not like a huge advantage, but it does give you a little bit. And in my opinion, I feel it balances out the beginning of the game, because the beginning of the game is awful. Like, I don't think I'll ever play at the beginning again with like no skills at all. It was just not enjoyable at all. But when you have a few skills to start with, it's pretty rough still, but it's enjoyable. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's gonna have their own take on it. I do think I need to kill the troll. Yeah, I'll have to kill the troll again. And I think I've already done all my upgrading. Oh, so after we kill the troll, I have to go back to the main area and get the crafting material to upgrade my axe pommel, which is this thing here. I forgot to pick it up before we came over here. I already have the treasure and everything, the treasure map, but I forgot. So I was looking at my old playthrough, trying to figure out, where I kind of went wrong. Is because my old playthrough, there's a certain way I would do things to be more efficient as far as like transversing through the world as you're leveling up and your gear and going through each area. And I just happened to forget. But it is, unfortunately, I can teleport. That'll save a little bit of time, but it is kind of unfortunate. And I'll have to go through this area again. Everything will be dead, but I just want to make sure I pick everything up. But this should go fairly quick, because I do have I do have like more power. So, I think I neglected to mention something about the farm. I'll mention it here. So, obviously I've killed him again. Alright, so when you're farming any of like the mini bosses, like, you know, like we were doing, you need to make sure that the ads, that there's at least one ad still alive before you restart the checkpoint or you die. If you kill all the ads, that pretty much will lock you into the point of the save or point of the game where the only way to continue the farm would be to reload your save. And the problem with reloading your save is you'll lose everything unless you did a save prior to killing, you know, all the enemies. So I've already got a save right here, which I just reloaded. So if I were to, you know, we're going to obviously kill all the ads, it's not going to affect me in losing things. But that is an important detail because otherwise you're going to lose all your work that you know, farmed or whatever. So you have to, I'll probably make a video explaining a little bit better because I've noticed when I was looking for YouTube videos on how to farm, there aren't any really good videos explaining how to do the farm. I mean, there are people that show the farm, but they don't really show like in good detail on how to do it and how to do it correctly. So I want to get these guys grouped up. Oh, nice.
Mother, you're really hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Back to the wheel.
Okay. So now that that is all done, if I were to reload the checkpoint now, the boss will be dead and no longer farmable. The only way to be able to continue the farm is to actually reload the save. So, and that's because we killed all the enemies. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have to come back here. I need to go do the treasure maps. So we're going to leave.
You don't have to leave. I'm sure we can figure this out.
Yeah, we got to leave. Because my damn ass forgot to get something.
Hello!
Stop that.
Come on, I was just... Okay.
And anybody wondering why didn't I go back and do the pummel, do all this before starting the farm? It was because I didn't discover that I had forgotten it until after I had already started the farm. And I had already done about an hour's worth of farming, and I was like, I don't want to really do all that. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just save it and then go back like I'm doing now and then do it. To be honest, I was a little worried I was going to lose all the work because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to go back. But I did test it, and I was able to do it.
This is Durothron, one of the 4 stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Jotunheim while the giant sleeps. Think he's still there?
I do not know.
So my understanding from what I've read online is when you're doing the farm for like Messelheim and Nephelheim, it's actually more advisable to go more of a Runic build in the beginning, and then for like doing Valkyries, go Strength. Doesn't mean you can't do a Runic build for Valkyries as well, but because of the way the Runic attacks work and the way the Valkyries work, unless you're doing a realm shift, type of build, and even then that still wouldn't be the most optimal. It's not really advisable. I've fought enough Valkyries to know that trying to get the Runic attacks to work and be optimal, it just doesn't work. Because you don't get any iframes, and the Runic attacks take a really long time to trigger, and Valkyries usually will break free. They'll be there for a little bit, but if you're using a realm shift, then you can. But the thing is you would probably need to stack like cooldown and luck for that, because you'd want to reduce your cooldown and stack Runic, cooldown, and luck, because you want the cooldown to be low, so that way your Runic abilities are refreshing faster, and you want luck in order to get the realm shift, and you want Runic in order to get the Runic damage. And that's a build that you definitely could go with fighting Valkyries, but it's still... I mean, I may dick around with that, but from what I've already played and tried when I've fought Valkyries, Runic attacks are, unless you're, like I said, going with a realm shift, it's a real pain in the ass. I mean, there might be a way to do it that I haven't experimented with or necessarily tried. But that's just from my experience and from what I've watched on YouTube videos. So I think there's a teleport or a gate up here near Sindri. There are a few other things too I wanted to get before proceeding up the mountain. There's a bit of a gauntlet on the way up there, and it gets to the point where it can be a bit overwhelming, so I want to make sure I'm geared appropriately. Oh shit, there isn't one. I thought there would be one here.
Good in Fafnir's storeroom, like maybe a whetstone.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me check something here real quick.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
You don't need to make excuses to say hello.
So I believe the Dwarven Runic armor, there's actually two. There's Royal, which is way late in the game, and then there's the regular one, which is the one I'm after. I believe it's after you revive Mimir. Or maybe not revived him, but collected his head. I'm going to have to check it. There's also a special realm shift enchantment that that can be missed if you don't know about it. And I actually just happened to find out about it during my research. And if you go past a certain point in the game, which is actually related to reviving Mimir, you can't get it. And the only way to get it is reload your save if you've got a save before that and do it again, or get it in New Game Plus. Actually, I think we want to go over here. I think this is it. And it's a pretty dope enchant. It's actually related to the Realm Shift build. I've never done Realm Shift, but it is something I wanted to try. So as you're progressing through the game, let me pull this up real quick. So you find these things called treasure maps, and the ones that are grayed out I've already completed. The ones that obviously are not are ones I haven't completed. And there's others too that I haven't found yet as far as the actual maps. Now, the two that I'm going to be doing here are going to be pretty easy to do because everything's cleared. I can just go to them and pick them up. But I forgot to do this, and this is why I had to come back. Now, this one here isn't really that big of a deal, but we do get a rare enchantment, which is going to be helpful. But the one we really need is this one. And this one's back over in that first dragon. And we need the Leaper alloy in order to upgrade our pummel. And yeah, it was just my bad. I should have checked before doing it. Or before heading to the mountain. Because if I'd have done this before going to the mountain, I wouldn't have to be come back here. I think we already got this. Yeah. Okay.
Did you see something out there? That tower.
I see no tower.
Maybe I'm seeing things.
We could use some more gold. You used to be able to like cruise around in the lake here and you could just pick up gold, reload your save and all that, but I haven't really done that, but I've noticed that the gold is more scarce. But I haven't run out yet. I've been able to craft everything I needed, so I'm not gonna be too concerned about it right now. We'll worry about it when we run out. One thing I do find a little frustrating is if you go and read like a, something with Atreus, like a wall cipher or something like that, and you reload the checkpoint or you die, it doesn't save that. And it can kind of screw you, and it's kind of what I wanted to talk. Oh, let me show that real quick. So I mentioned earlier about achievements. So let's see if I can show what I was talking about in regards to the Leviathan axe. Okay, so this is a good example. So Leviathan Awakens. If you complete the this quest or this labor or whatever, you get 3,500 XP. It doesn't really matter. I got plenty of XP, so there's no real point, other than just getting the 100%, achievement or whatever. So it looks like it did work on mine because I've upgraded my axe 3 times. So it looks like it's... Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. So if you notice, it says Leviathan upgraded 3 out of 5 times. But if you look at Frozen Flames collected, it says I've only collected 1. And that is because I reloaded my save when I did the farm of that first troll and the troll that we just did. Excuse me. If you do the farm, it's not going to give you this credit. Actually, I think it will. But I think what you need to do in order to make sure you get the credit is... I think what you would need to do is kill the troll, collect the loot, and then save. Obviously, you would leave, the enemies up. I don't know if that would work either. Because you would have to die, you would keep everything, and then you would need to save and check to see if it even registered that you collected it. And if it didn't, then it's not going to work. So I guess it's kind of the penalty that, the price you pay if you decide to farm or not. I'm not really that concerned to even bother testing it. But if I decide to do a 100% playthrough where I collect everything, I'll probably do it, on another build or another playthrough or something. I don't really care about achievements all that much. I care about enjoying the gameplay. Achievements to me are kind of a virtue signaling thing, and it's like, whatever. Unless it's something like a really hard, task in the game to do, something that takes skill or like a real, like, long process, sure. But if it's just like a grindy thing, I mean, not for me. That's why I don't really give a shit about that particular labor or whatever. But I know some people actually do care about achievements, and if you're one of those, then you would, like I said, I would just do it on another playthrough. I don't think doing the 100% achievement on Gimme God of War is probably the smartest thing to do anyways. I mean, you could do it, but so I guess I could show how these maps work. So you get the map, and the map gives you an image of where in the game it's located, and you have to look at the picture and try to think, oh, does that remind you of any place? I've already done this, so this was pretty easy to do. But there were some, you get some maps later on in the game that are really difficult. Like, I had to look up one of them because I just couldn't figure it out. And even after I looked it up, I was like, yeah, I would not have figured it out. It's just, because the image is so cryptic. I mean, I wouldn't say you won't, but this is very easy. I mean, you can tell, look at the image there. and then you can kind of see it here. It kind of pops out, and the devs did a good job setting it up. So, I mean, you'll probably get a good remembrance of it. But I remember there's one in particular, the one I had to look up. It's I remember where it's at, but it's so like it's so cryptic. Like you're. I mean, I don't imagine too many people just found it on their own unless it was an accident. And this is what we wanted earlier when we were doing the fire troll. But there's more than one of these. And by this, and I just happened to forget about this, but I don't understand, because I remember when I fought the troll before, the fire troll that was in here, that's a real bitch. I had like 2 or 3 of these. So because I'm doing the axe throws, it made it, much quicker. But whatever. I also found out, and of course you get solid steel, which is kind of nice. So now I've got like 70, I think. Actually, let me check. Okay, I got 72. Oh, so the fire troll that's in here, I was, going back and looking at other people's playthroughs, of them like doing it like on, well, it doesn't matter what level. And it turns out that this area is not necessarily meant to be done until like, much later in the game. And I've always just done it at the beginning because I was able to do it, and I was rough, but it was able to be done. But the fire troll in itself, I did wait until I upgraded after I got that first upgrade from the axe. Actually, a second upgrade from the axe, just because it was just stupid. Not necessarily stupid hard, but it just takes so long because you're doing so little damage. And that troll does so much friggin' damage to the point where you get hit like once or twice and you're friggin' dead. I'm gonna take a shortcut here. So we're gonna go back to Brock. That's the load times here. See what they're like. They're pretty quick.
This place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know.
There it is.
Let's do it.
So now we can upgrade our axe pommel, and this will get us a pretty good upgrade here.
See how that treats. And don't be letting that spit-fister of a brother of mine lay hands on it again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can.
And Virginia?
So the hardened steel, we won't be getting that till way late in the game. Okay, we got. Okay.
Now about that other thing.
So now we're heading back to the mountain. Technically, I could go and do, there's another quest here. Over here. And, like we could do that, but, You know what? Let's try it. Let's try and do it. This is the whetstone that Sindri wanted us to get. I think I usually do this quest after I get Mimir's head. I don't remember actually when I went to go back and look at my old playthrough, that part of the playthrough didn't make it. I think YouTube probably hit me with like a copyright strike or something. Or not a strike, but a copyright. This was back in the day when I used to play music on my streams and didn't know how to isolate the music out of the stream. So I wouldn't get hit with copyright. Now I know how to do that, but and unfortunately, instead of YouTube just crediting the artist, they just pull your whole video, which is pretty fucking stupid.
I don't know what we're still doing here.
Because in my opinion, if you have a video up and you're using copyright written music, why not just take the revenue that that video makes from the ads and just redistribute it back back to the music label, which is the artist or whatever, so they can make money.
Treasure from all different realms.
But instead, by taking down the whole video, nobody makes money.
Aren't you curious? He sounds interesting.
We go to the storeroom to collect anything useful for our journey, not to learn more about the dwarf.
I remember this storeroom being a bit of a bitch because there's a room with a bunch of those witches, and they fucking suck. But we'll give it a try.
Found anything good in Fafnir's storeroom, like maybe a whetstone? Sometimes the best purchase is the one we don't.
Well, we're heading there now. I'm just gonna rush.
Uh-oh. I must have gotten here first.
Oh shit, he fell through the floor.
Father, I need you!
them busy, Atreus.
Keep it up.
Save that heal for a little bit later. I think I heard another Eye of Odin. Ah, there he is. So this thing here, the reason why I didn't pop it is because we're going to use that later when we come back out. I think these are drops. I try to only pick up the ones that drop and not the ones that are actually like world heals. Just for when we come back, because sometimes some areas you have to come back to. Like this one is I don't think that's a drop. Let's see, there's two there. Where's the third? Oh, okay, it's way the fuck over there.
What's that?
Okay. Some more rage. There's going to be an ancient out here when we leave. Another reason why I want that heal over there, because we're probably going to need it. The Ancient himself is not too bad, but he does have ads. Pretty much everything in this game has ads. Wow, that's like 3 Eye of Odins we've run into.
Boy.
Another map. Bet we'll find something useful here.
Let me take a look at that. I think that one's up in the mountain. Okay.
Looks like the Reavers made it inside. I hope they didn't take all the treasure.
These can be a real pain in the ass. I'm dead. going to restart that. I'm not going to use the...
On my way.
This one's actually one of the easier ones. It's the witches that are a real pain in the ass.
Pots and Draugr. No magical treasure and no whetstone.
Keep your expectations low, boy, and you will never be disappointed.
Now, if you really want to make this encounter much easier, well, not that that was hard, because it certainly wasn't. You can use these bombs here and lure the enemies to the bombs and blow them up. I think one of them did blow up because there was a second one here. But yeah, that's the easy one. And there's another one with, there's two more, one with wolves, which is not too bad. But the witches is, like I said, is the hardest.
They caught you off guard.
I wasn't expecting them.
Exactly.
I think this will probably be the, yeah, this is the witches. Oh shit, no, it's not. Oh shit.
I got him.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead.
Father!
I might actually use the res stone for the witches. Hopefully I don't have to do it here. Actually, I thought this was the witches, so there must be another one.
Rope this up, boy.
Shit. I was hoping I could take them out and get out of that poison in time. I need to get them all out of that poison. Honestly, I don't even remember the strat I did for this.
Enemies ahead.
See if I can get him over here.
That was them! Yeah, yeah!
Alright, that wasn't too bad.
There's nothing but poison in this one. And the stupid bird statue.
And useful resources. The main reason we are here, boy. However, many of these chests have been emptied.
Probably by the Reavers. I hope they didn't take Sindri's whetstone.
I wonder if those witches can be frozen. Like if I do a heavy attack to freeze it. I wonder if that's possible.
I have a good feeling about this next one. Maybe we'll even find the whetstone.
Remember what I told you about expectations, boy.
Keep them low. I remember. Still,
Shit, I should have waited to do that. I want to wait for my cooldowns to come up. Yeah, fuck it. Oh. I thought it was multiples. It is multiples. Shit. Shit. See if I can get this heal.
I'm ready.
All right, we got it.
so much for my good feeling.
Okay, one more. I'm kind of glad we did this before going back on the mountain. It's manageable for sure. So I think we just need the one more with the wolves, and our cooldowns are coming up, so